And creepettes. I'm up. Don't want to be. I really didn't want to get up. Today is one of those days where I know some bullshit's happening and I don't want to deal with it today. My dad, we got this house together and my dad, was on some bullshit and he's losing his mind too, which he's losing his memory. He's slipping away fast, man. And I watch this man literally like within 6 months, man. I watch his left eye just go blank, a cataract kicking in. He's going blind. He's getting old, and not only that, and his stubbornness and him thinking that he's not forgetting anything didn't help, and him going over to my brother's house, I told him, he can't stay here. I can't take care of him. Me and him are constantly arguing. He won't talk to my fiance. He won't talk to her because he simply won't put the effort into understanding her because she has an accent. And instead of him being nice, and actually like my fiance, which is amazing, by the way, compared to any other woman I've ever had, there's no comparison. And he would put no effort into talking to her. She would cook him food and his girlfriend food. They would eat the food right here at this table, at this chair. They would sit here, right? They wouldn't even say thank you. They wouldn't say, oh, this is good. They would just eat. They wouldn't talk. They made everything so awkward. Why can't you talk? So that was kind of the first thing, that set it off. And then he goes over to my brother's house, and of course my brother, my oldest brother, we got different dads, he's talking to my dad's ear, telling him all this bullshit. So what does he do? Fucking move out and fucking turn the bills off and everything and all this other shit. So without telling me, by the way, either, he just splits, just gone, go, don't tell me anything, nothing, won't answer the phone either. And then what's funny is he has a court date today. So it says right here, notice to the defendant for the landlord, rental unit eviction, right? Wednesday, he's supposed to be there at 1:15 p.m. via Zoom. Well, guess what? I ain't calling him. He can go suck a cock. Plus the phone's blocked anyways. So I don't care. So it's just funny though, it's a case number, it's a judge. He's gonna miss a court date to evict him, which I'm leaving anyways. So I didn't pay rent for this month. Go suck a cock. And what's funny is the landlord pissed me off too. The tree has been cracking in the back, right? The power lines are falling down. I fixed those personally. I fixed them. I'm about to hand this guy a check, a receipt, for the repairs. It's bullshit. But I think it's funny, my dad's about to have a warrant because he's fucking stupid. I don't know if you have a warrant, but he didn't show up. If you don't show up for court, that's it's not good. And I don't have no money for this. I'm not giving them my money. My money's for my boat. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this. I told my dad I didn't want to live with him. I told my dad I didn't want to live with him because this was gonna happen, and then my older brothers were gonna get involved and try to, say all this other bullshit. Get, all this. Listen, all this furniture is mine. Every single bit of this stuff is mine. I paid for it. I worked for it. I own it. It's mine. It's mine. This house would be mine. I would pay for this house, but I don't want to be here. There's too many. I don't want to be here. I'm moving. I worked very hard for my money. But it's just stupid, So, I might have people showing up here and stuff, which I would already be gone if the truck was sold. I would be gone. I would. Everything would be in the storage unit, and I'd be gone. And that guy's truck is still here. He was up here last night, and I heard him pounding on it, messing with it, but I don't think they figured it out. So I messaged him, asked him if he's alright, if he needs help. I haven't got any message back yet. Fucking, I'm irritated today, dude. Like, listen, this whole situation is this stupid. This is how stupid it is. I'm washing my clothes right now in the bathtub. One, I'm not carrying all these clothes up to the washer and washer place right now. I got too much to do today. One, that's one. Two, I don't even have the money. I don't have the money. I'm broke. All the money that I have, you might as well just say I don't have it. I don't have any money. I don't. If it wasn't for those guys breaking down, I wouldn't have ate last night. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have ate last night. Right now, people, I got 2 messages for the fridge. The rest of the furniture, nothing. So, and I got over like 1,000 clicks. So people are looking at my stuff. It needs to go today. Listen, this stuff has to go this week. This week it's got to be gone. I don't know what to do if it don't go. I'm gonna have to rob somebody or something, man. I'm gonna have to rob a bank. I'm serious. I'm gonna have to rob a bank. I gotta get all this stuff in a storage unit, and I won't touch that money. So, on that note, I gotta figure something out. And then I gotta do my laundry, which fucking sucks. This shit's crazy, dude. This shit's crazy. Which, I mean, it's whatever. I gotta have clean clothes, man, and I only got so many clothes, you know, because I've been traveling. I haven't been staying at this house. I've only been staying here to sleep here and there. Most of the time I'm gone. I've been traveling, man. I've been working out every day. I've been riding my bike miles. I've been going all over the country, man. I've been all up north. I've been down south. The only place I haven't been is west, which I'm working on it. It costs a lot of money to do all this stuff, man. And that's another reason why I didn't pay for rent this month. I knew this house was going back, and I wasn't paying for the rent here. I knew I wanted to leave, so, and there's no point. So it's just frustrating, you know? It gets really frustrating when you're trying so hard to do everything you want to do, and everybody that is around you, listen, man, they're jealous. They get jealous, man. People don't want to see you do good, man. They don't, because they want to do good and they don't want to do the work. They just expect it to happen. So when you're doing good, they do nothing but, listen, man, they send negative energy your way. They send bad thoughts your way. They will do whatever they can to jeopardize whatever it is that you're doing. They will. My family's done it my whole life. My whole life, they've always done this. Every single time. Every time they've done this. And they did it again. They did. They literally went out of their way. Listen, they went out of their way to make me fail. They did. They went out of their way and did things to make it harder for me to succeed in life. That's fucking crazy. And if I didn't love Jesus right now, if I wasn't in love with Jesus, I'd be taking that shotgun right now and I'd be blowing everyone back in my family. Every single one of them, I'd blow them fucking back. I would. This is some hoe ass shit that they're doing, man. I've never done anything to that family. That family took me in. I didn't ask to be brought in that family. That family raised me. They took me in. And then you shit on me? I didn't do anything to you, man. None of you. None of you fuckers. And if you come over here, I'm gonna fuck you up. Every single one of you. Don't come over here. Don't come around me. Don't call me. Don't message me. Don't text message me. Don't go on my Facebook. Don't go on my YouTube. I will make you look bad. I'm telling you right now. I will make you look bad. You won't be happy. Don't go on my Facebook. Don't go on my YouTube. You'll be blocked. Don't ask me for money. Don't do nothing, because when this happens, when my time comes, best believe it, you won't be part of it. None of my family will be part of it. None of them. None of them. And I ask God for this. God, listen, I want them in my life. But the whole ass shit they just did, none of them will be there, man. And that's on God. That's on God. I can't do it no more. Everybody in the world, man, can go suck a nut. Seriously, everybody in this fucking world can suck a nut if they don't want to worship God or worship the Lord. You are worth nothing. You are nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing without God, period. You weren't even here without Him. You weren't even made without Him. It's insane. I watch all these fucking ignorant people walk around and act like they know everything when they don't know shit. Because I don't know shit. I don't. Neither does anyone else. Why do you think I bury my fucking face in that Bible, goddamn 24/7? Because I know how I am. I know who I can be. I know I'll run up in the house and kill a motherfucker. I know that. I've done it. I've gone shot at people. Tired of this shit, man. Motherfuckers act like their shit's sweet, man. Listen, you're about to see the best YouTube channel you'll ever be subscribed to. I'm telling you right now, you're about to see some stuff that you have never seen in your life. You will never ever see in your life. Period. You should subscribe. The stuff I have coming for you, the stuff that I have, listen, man, I'm the nitty and gritty, bro. I'm getting it in there. I'm going out there. I'm getting stuff no one will ever get. No one will ever see this stuff because no one is like me. No one has the balls like me. You hear me? Telling you, you need to subscribe. Go to my Facebook, subscribe on my Facebook, subscribe my YouTube channel. The stuff you're gonna see, you're gonna be fucking blown away. I'm telling you. All I need is a little bit more time, man. Everything's already lined up. I got the money, I got everything, man. Your boy is getting it in, bro. Your boy is getting it in. I'm telling you, follow the YouTube channel. You're gonna see some cool ass shit, man. You're gonna see some cool ass, and you're gonna meet some cool people, man. Some really cool people. Some real people, real down to earth people. People that actually care about the planet. People that actually help others. People that actually worship Jesus and do good. If you want to be part of that, subscribe. I'm telling you, subscribe. In just a matter of time. I have everything lined up. It's been good, man. I've been working on this a long time. It takes a long time to do this type of stuff. This stuff isn't easy. Look at all that fucking dirt coming on my pants, man. It's funny, that's all just sweat, really. It's all just sweat and dirt. That's it. From the trails. It's insane. Sucks, I gotta fucking wring this out, and then I gotta find places to hang the shit. And at least it's sunny out. I'm probably gonna hang it outside, to be honest with you. I'm gonna grab a coat hanger, and this is crazy, man. I haven't lived like this in a long time, man. Listen, it's crazy, and I don't mind this because I'm gonna be on the road, you know. This doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the fucked up family, man. Like, you know, like, listen, they could take me to go get a washer right now. They all have cars. They're all working right now. You know what I mean? They all got a place to stay, a place to live. They all have, it's funny to me, man. And what's funny is none of them work either, really. And they all got a place. and they all fucking want to sit there and run their mouth, and I'm over here busting my ass off working for every single dollar I have, and they want to sit there and tell me that I didn't earn it, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not capable of anything. That shit it's just old, man. I'm tired of it. It got old fast. And then, you know, when you're chasing your dreams and nobody... Listen, man, my dad didn't want to help me. Nobody wanted to be part of anything. Everybody just split. Peace out, Retro. Listen, it's fucked up shit they did. All ass niggas, man. It's all good, though. It's all good. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I just, and it isn't, you know, it isn't just my dad, it's all of my family, you know? And what's crazy, I know it isn't just my family. I know there's so many people out there right now that are going through the same thing as me. Same exact thing. And what's crazy, it's all evil. Every single thing that everything my family did, everything my family said, was fucked up. It didn't make any sense. It was wrong. They were in the wrong, and it was pure evil. There was no love, intention to help me at all. It was pure fuck him, fuck everything. All I care is about myself. And that's crazy because everything in this house, everything I did was for my dad. I bought all this furniture. That bed that I was sleeping on, that beauty rest, I gave to my dad. My dad said he couldn't sleep on his side. I got him that bed. My dad could sleep on his side. He said he hasn't been able to sleep on his side in 10 years. 10 years. Now he can sleep on his side, and then he pulls his shit. Fuck you. Give me that bed. You're not taking that bed with you. Fuck no. It's my bed. Tired of people, man. And I hate doing this on the video. I apologize. I don't, if you're a good person, man, and you know you're trying your hardest, don't take that as me yelling at you or take it as me trying to tell you what to do. Listen, don't do that. That's not what this is for. Listen, man, get in that Bible. Get in that Bible, man. Start meditating. Start helping people, man. I'm telling you, everything I have, all that money I have is from helping people, man. Listen, help people. That's your number one goal every day, is to help somebody. You have to help people. Without helping people, there's no way to make money. That's where you get your money from. You have to physically have someone hand you money. So I suggest make friends, man. Make business partners. Help people. Always go above and beyond. Always. So I think I'm going to hang a lot of this stuff up in here, because this stuff ain't going to come dry for a while. Which I gotta put it on the heater. I'm trying to wash certain things real quick and then get them to dry. Like my beaters. All my beaters were dirty. And all my dry fits, I gotta have my dry fits, man. I I got to. I have to have them. And looks like I'm gonna have to go buy some more clothes soon. I'm looking for a car. I think I know what I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna find a Ford Escort wagon. It just sucks because every one I'm seeing, I found a couple clean ones like mint, but they're automatic. So, which means I'll have to swap one over to a 5-speed, which is fine. It won't be hard. So what I'm probably going to do is, if I find one, I'm going to be looking for one. I have a feeling I'm going to end up finding a Ford Escort out of state. So what I'll probably do is if I find one out of state, I'm probably going to go out of state to get it, ride my bike, bus, train, whatever, get out that way, get the car, and then I'm probably going to find a storage unit. Most likely put the car in the storage unit and then get on car-parts.com and start searching for a manual transmission and a motor. I found one. I found a mint Escort that has a blown motor. They only want $700 for the car, bro, and the car is mint, like minty mint, like no rust at all. And you can get motors for those cars for like $500, with the trans and all that shit. So, it's just finding one on car-parts in a junkyard that's already on the shelf, where I could just literally go pick it up with like a U-Haul, bring it to the storage unit, and drop it in real quick, because those motors are small. I can have that motor in a day by myself, less than a day, a couple hours. So that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing, unless I find one clean. The wagon's gonna be where it's at, man. The wagon is, I can sleep in it, I can put all my gear in it. It has the rack on top, so I can go get a bike rack. I can put both my bike rack, both my bikes up there. Like I said, I can sleep in it. It's front wheel drive, so, if I turn into a 5-speed, it'll be good in the snow for the most part. It'll be good on gas. And it's a Mazda engine, so it'll run forever as long as I take care of it. That's probably what I'm going to get for now. A Ford Escort wagon. I've been looking at them. I like them. I'm probably going to do some modifications to it, I'm hoping to meet some people as I'm traveling. I wouldn't mind running into some car guys, Maybe I can hopefully pull the car over there or something, maybe help me fucking fix this car up. Maybe do like a YouTube collab or something. I meet some YouTubers. That'd be cool. Cause I'm going. I'm leaving. There's no ifs, ands, and buts questions about this. I'm gone. I have to go. I have no choice. The house is gone. So I didn't pay last month's rent, and I don't want to pay I'm not paying last month's rent. I won't pay it. Can't do it. I don't want to be here no more. It's time to go. I tried to make it work. I tried doing what was right. It was the right thing to do, try to make it work with my dad. But it didn't work out. So what can you do, You gotta move on, just move on, That's all you can do. So that's what I'm doing, I got my yoga pants, which are thermal pants. I have to have those just in case. And really, I wanted to wash this. I'm not trying to get like fully dressed up today, I'm really just, I gotta get, well, listen, I gotta get all this stuff packed up, and I gotta be out of here in the next couple days. So, um, everything's riding on me, like having all this packed up and everything being sold. That's the thing. If I don't sell it, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, man. I really don't. I really don't. If I don't sell this stuff, I have no idea what's about to happen. It's about to be bad. I know that. Huh. It's about to be real bad if I don't sell this stuff. It's gonna be real bad. I'm gonna be homeless. You know what I mean? And I won't. Listen, I won't go to somebody, ask to beg to sleep somewhere. I won't. That money I won't touch. I'm heading south. I will take all my stuff and I'll figure out I'll walk. I'll put all the stuff in a storage unit and I'll walk to Florida. I'm not playing. I'm 100% serious. I'm 1,000% serious. I'm going. There's nothing here for me, man. God knows it. I've been planning it for a while now, you know. But I need to get some Bible study in. I didn't do it last night. And I told you guys I would. And you know what? I feel bad. But I couldn't get out of my head last night. I couldn't sleep last night. I took 2 showers last night. It was bad. I couldn't stop tossing and turning. My legs kept on cramping up from not drinking enough water. I didn't bring enough water with me, but I also wasn't planning on riding like I did yesterday. That kind of just happened. So I was planning on riding, but I went to donate, and then that didn't happen. So I was kind of depending on the money. That's why I left with only a little bit of water. So that's kind of why I got stuck out there with not as much fluid, nor food or money, because I didn't bring any money with me. One, I was depending on that money from CSL Plasma, and for some reason my heartbeat goes too fast, or it goes too slow. So, and it's always that one lady. Every time I go there, it's always her. She does this shit on purpose, I feel, man. Like, I swear to God, she does something, because it's always her. It's only when it's her. Every time it's her, I always walk. I'm telling you, every time I go up there, every time she does it, I always end up not donating. And it's always with her, every time. I don't know. But we're gonna cut, right? We're gonna do some Bible study. I gotta do some Bible study, man. I'm going crazy. Huh. Free of heart. I've been getting that a lot. Listen, I've only been getting a few cards. He's only been talking to me through a few cards lately, which has been driving me crazy. So it's three of heart. I'm gonna look up the letter. Number 3. I said letter. Look up the number 3, man, and I turn on my laptop. So that laptop, for sure, I need a battery. It's dead. It's done. The battery's cooked. 100% cooked. There's no saving that battery. There's nothing. There's no saving it. So I gotta order one, which gotta have money. So yeah, so internet today, literally I'm at the house all day today. I'm gonna be packing up, doing computer stuff. The only way I'm leaving is if I get money. I'm gonna go grab some food, and I'm gonna run to the dispensary, get some bud, and then pack up. because I got to be out of here. And I don't know what to do. I really don't. Other than pack up and, I don't know what to do if my stuff don't sell. That's the thing. I'm getting messages, but I'm doing a video right now. So, yeah, they can wait. And it's only 10 o'clock. Most likely they're not even messages for my stuff anyways. It's probably fucking just bullshit. It's how it goes, man. I'm telling you. So, let's go. We did number 3, right? Okay. The meaning of number 3. It says, the number 3 conveys the meaning of completeness. Though to a lesser degree than 7, it appears 467 times in God's Word. It derives its symbolism from the fact that it is the first of 4 spiritually perfect numerals. The others are being 7, 10, and 12, which we read 10 yesterday. So it's 3, 7, 10, and 12. So those are going to be your main numbers to focus on, which I've been studying, by the way. I'll show you guys my paperwork, when I finish, I got some cool stuff for people, man. Some stuff I've learned. God showed me. The righteous patriarchs, it says, the 3 righteous patriarchs before the flood were Abel, Enoch, and Noah. After the deluge, there was 3 righteous fathers of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which, later was renamed Israel, which Jacob is one of my favorite stories, by the way. If you ever read the Old Testament, you got to read Jacob, because Jacob is kind of like the situation I'm dealing with my family now, in a different way. But the story of Jacob, if you read it, I'm not going to tell you everything, but I'm going to go through the gist of it real quick. Jacob was the youngest son out of all the boys, and he was kind of the favorite child because it was with his wife, his actual love. His other children weren't by his wife, wasn't by Sarah. I get the names messed up. I'm probably got that wrong. But I know that they tried to kill him. They put him in his brothers tried to they put him in a pit, man. They put him in a pit and were going to kill him. And they couldn't gather the courage to kill him. So, because they were jealous of how their dad treated him, better than, the other boys, which, if you read the story, it wasn't really like that. But, they sold him off to slavery, and the Egyptians bought him, and he ended up in Egypt. And that's when God brought the Israelites, back over. But, he used Jacob. And what's crazy is, if you read the story of Jacob, their brothers, that there was a great famine. And the brothers that killed Jacob, they went back to their dad and said that an animal killed their brother, Jacob, and gave their father, the jacket that he wore, and the dad, for all these years, thought that his son was dead. So, there ends up being a drought, and the dad ended up sending the sons to Egypt because Egypt was the only place that had food, had wheat, had flour, food. So they went, right? And guess who was there? Guess who was in charge of everything? Jacob. So Jacob ended up being a slave, but did such good work, and was so profitable at everything he did. Everybody in the Egyptian land seen it, and the king ended up hiring him. He worked for the king. You got to read it. I don't want to tell everything, because that, plus half of what I say is probably going to be fucking off anyways. Unless I read the story right, I have it right in front of me. Because there's so many stories in the Bible, it's hard to remember every single one or get them all, like, in perfect order, So, and I got fucking sand in my eyes and it's hurting. So, yeah, it says, so we'll keep on reading about the number 3. It says, what has caused America's demise? That's just an ad. It says, there are 27 books in the New Testament, which is 3 cubed. So, 3 cubed is 27. It says, or completeness to the 3rd power, which is 3 to the 3rd power. It says, Jesus prayed 3 times in the Garden of Gethsemane before his arrest, which I mentioned that in another video. You're supposed to be praying at all times. When you're not praying, you're talking to him. That's what a lot of people misunderstand. You got to remember these translations are translations. They're an idea of what the original word meant. So you must therefore really think about what it is they're saying. Jesus prayed. He would go in the garden 3 times a day and spend time with God and talk to him. And probably because that was his spot, man. That was where that garden probably represented something very significant to him and his family, and for many other things, I'm sure, as well. It says, there were 3 hours of darkness that covered the land while Jesus was suffering on the cross from the 6th hour to the 9th hour, which is crazy to think about that, to think that the sun went out. And if you read a lot of stories, too, there's one gentleman that cried. He screamed. He cried so loud that God heard him. That God stopped the sun. Serious. It was a war. There was sunlight 24 for a whole 24 hours, or dark. I forget which one. But they stopped the planets. God stopped the planets for this war. It's insane. It says there were 3 hours of darkness that covered the land while Jesus was suffering on the cross from the 6th hour to the 9th hour. This is the number of resurrection. Christ was dead for 3 full days and nights, a total of 72 hours, before being resurrected on Saturday, April 8th, just before the sunset, which is awesome. April 8th. So it'd be the 4, 8. That's insane. Listen, man, all these dates and stuff, everything is... God does everything perfect. Everything he's doing, everything that he's been doing is for a reason. And I'm trying to figure that out. I know why he did it. Which I'll be clearly explaining in a video sometime eventually. But I want to make sure it's really good, because that topic deserves a whole episode, a whole video on its own. It says appearances of the number 3. It says only 3 individuals witnessed Jesus' transfiguration on Mount Hermon. Those who saw Jesus' glory on the mount were John, Peter, and James. It says the Apostle Paul was an exceptionally well-educated person. On 3 different occasions, he quotes directly from Greek poets. He also was a privilege to visit the location of God's throne, which is in the 3rd heaven, which I'll be explaining about all those. I'm going to be making videos of the actual maps of the universes, because there's many of them, by the way. We don't just have one universe. There's multiple universes. So, and there's multiple heavens. There isn't just one heaven. There's many heavens. The heavens are the celestial bodies. A lot of people not understanding that. When they say the heavens, the 3rd heaven, that's another celestial body. That's a whole another universe. So, God talks about that. There's many scriptures. There's books written about it. It's all over the internet. We know this stuff. Says the 3 words that appear only in scripture are reverend, Psalms 111:9, eternity, Isaiah 5:7-15, and grandmother. So those are really reverend, eternity, and grandmother were only mentioned once in the whole Bible. That's crazy. It says only 3 people were allowed to ask God anything. They were Solomon, Ahaz, and of course Jesus Christ. The gifts given to Israel by God were his law, the land of their inheritance, and their calling, the world to come. It says the Bible only mentions the name of 3 angels, Michael, Gabriel, and Lucifer, which So you can look up your angel number, and if you learn how to do it, figure out your number, you can figure out who your angel is. Mine's Daniel, which I'll talk later about that. I'm not going to bring that up just yet. But here we go. It says number 3, and sex sins. It says there are 3 places in the New Testament where sex sins are especially referenced. The first is in Romans 1:20-32, where certain people who reject God are given over to defile themselves in a variety of ways that includes homosexuality, male and female, and over sexual immorality. It's basically saying that those that don't love God, that reject God, they will be homosexual. It clearly says that a person that doesn't have a relationship with God, it says God, right? It says God, it says are given over. So God gives them over. So God willingly lets them go defile themselves. Because God doesn't want somebody in the heavens that consciously do wrong. They know they're doing wrong. They know that homosexuality isn't right. They know. Everybody in their heart that is homosexual knows it's wrong. They know it's wrong. That's why they hurt. And what's funny is they're running from themselves. They're running from their childhood past. And that's their way of dealing with the pain, their justification. And no one has taught them the right way, which is sad. And even if they did teach them the right way, most of the time those people wouldn't want to hear it. It goes in one ear and out the other. They're so hard. Their heart is so hardened. They won't listen. So, which I mentioned that in another video. But it says, it says the second mention of sex-related sins in 1 Corinthians 5:1-13, where the Apostle Paul had to deal with the local church allowing open incest to be committed. The third sex issue dealt with in the New Testament is in Revelation. A female who considers herself a prophetess within the church in the spirit of Jezebel was teaching believers to commit sexual immorality and spiritual adultery. So basically it's saying that this woman come up in this church and was profiting, saying that it's okay to commit sexual immorality. It's okay to have incest. It's not. And then it says 3 in prophecy. Next to 7, 3 is the most common reference number in Revelation. An angel is charged to cry 3 woes to those who live on earth, to warn them of more trials to come. The murdered bodies of the 2 witnesses will not be buried. They will be exposed for all to see in the Jerusalem for 3 days before they are resurrected. It says, a triple threat of unclean spirits will be allowed to deceive the whole world to fight the returning Jesus Christ in what is called the Battle of Armageddon. The new Jerusalem, created by God for replacement on a new earth, will be shaped like a square with 3 gates on each side. And then it says more info on biblical meaning of 3. God is described in the very beginning of the book of Revelation as being with the 3-fold characteristic, which is, and which was, and which is to come. There are 3 great periods of God's annual feast days of worship. There are the spring festivals, Passover, and days of unleavened bread, the summer festival, which is Pentecost, and the fall festivals, Feast of Trumpets, Atonement, and Feast of Tabernacles. So, that was the introduction of number 3. I actually know some stuff personally, but I'm going to wait on that. All these things are just getting started. I'm just now rolling out this YouTube channel. You guys are just now getting to know who I am and hear my voice and get used to my, me speaking and who, my face and all those other wonderful, crazy things. Yeah, I'm excited to do this stuff with you guys. I'm excited to travel and meet people. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. So let's go ahead and just do a Bible. We'll go ahead and read I'll go ahead and pull out the old King James because I'm going to turn off this video in a second. It's already 44 minutes, so let's see. Let's go Mark. Why not? Mark 3, right? Let's read Mark 3. Why not? Mark was actually a really good testimony, man. I like Mark. Mark was very he was really simple. Like, he wasn't like John and Paul. I like Mark's book. So let's go ahead. Chapter 3. It says, healing the withered hand. 1. It says, 11 unclean spirits rebuked. 13 the 12 apostles chosen. And then it says 28 penalty of blasphemy. It says, and he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand. So Jesus entered the synagogue, and there was a guy with a messed up hand, And the people were watching him, whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, that they might accuse him. People were following a lot of this religious stuff, They believed, listen, man, they were following all these rules to make themselves look good, self-righteous. They weren't following all these rules for God. They were following all these rules to let other people, to make people like them. It says, and he said unto the man which had the withered hand, stand forth. And he said to them, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath days, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace, and when they had looked around about on them with anger, being grieved for the hardness of their hearts, he said unto the man, stretch forth thine hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored, whole as the other. So, Jesus already knew that this guy's hand could be restored. It was the faith alone, that the guy came and he healed. So, which I'll be speaking a lot about that stuff. There's many things to it. It says, and the Pharisees went forth straightway to counsel with the Herodians against him, how they might destroy Jesus, But Jesus seen it, he withdrew himself with his disciples, and they went to the sea. And a great multitude from the village of Galilee followed him, and from Judea. So people were coming from, all over, from there and there, and they were all coming to see Jesus to speak. They wanted to hear from him, And it says, they followed him. And from Jerusalem and from Idumea and from beyond Jordan, and from Tyre and Sidon, a great multitude. And when they had heard what great things he had did, they came to him. And he spoke to his disciples that a small ship should wait on him because of the multitude. So he told him, there's going to be we need to go get a boat. These people are going to overrun me if we don't go in a boat. So that's what they did. They went and got a boat. For he had healed many. Because, he was healing people. People were, coming to him, heal me, save me. It says, inasmuch that they were pressed upon him for to touch him, as many as had plagues. It says, the unclean spirits, when they saw him, fell down before him and cried, saying, thou art the Son of God. They knew. They knew that they were sick, that they were filled with the evil, following addictions and running to and fro, not knowing, what to do. Same with me. I didn't know what to do with myself, where I was going, who I was. I knew who I was as a person and what I liked, but I didn't know where I was going, what I wanted to do with my life, my purpose. God gave me purpose. Jesus gave me purpose. But it says, and he straightly charged them that they should not make him known. He told them, don't tell my disciples who I am. Sounded good. That's another reason why I'm not going to be, I want to do the music tour, but I don't.